Matthias, good to see you. Welcome to Popternative.
Good to see you. Hello, hello.
It's interesting because, you look at something like Girl, You Know It's True, and I guess there's even like, so many journeys because I feel like there's so much that happens before you go to camera on this project, right? Even before kind of the conversations about like what it's going to look like, the characters and everything. It's based on, Milli Vanilli and that kind of story and everything. So in a lot of ways, you could look at it as two journeys, right? From an acting storyteller perspective before filming and after filming, or is it one big journey with multiple steps for you from an acting storyteller perspective? I'm curious about that.
To be honest, I mean, it was a big journey with multiple steps, but
Yep.
for me, they called me very, very late. And yeah, it was interesting because uh, they've been asking me, hey, because the producers, they did Life of Others and they're friends of mine, and
Yep.
and they called me like they wanted to do this movie, blah, blah, blah. And they called me and I said, oh, I have no time because I was shooting Oppenheimer. So, and they've been like, Matthias, but are you staying in America? Are you coming back to Germany? I said, hey, look, I love that story so much. We need to tell this movie. We need to tell this film. So I went back and I was one of the last, I think the last steps on making this movie possible. So yeah, but it was huge journey, multiple steps.
Absolutely. Getting kind of acquainted with the story of Milli Vanilli, but then actually getting kind of the script for the film and then seeing it come to life on screen. That's interesting to me, right? Script to screen kind of journey. What's that like for you for this one compared to other projects you've done in the past? The script to screen journey.
I have a filmmaker heart and an acting heart, and sometimes it's really because the director of this movie, he made very successful German films, and it was his first drama-esque work.
Yep.
And of course, sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, how would I do it? How would I do
Yeah.
that? Okay, stop it. You're acting. You're just an actor, so shut the fuck up and just act your ass off." And that's what I try to do every day. That's what I
See,
did.
see, I'm not an actor, but I'm also a filmmaker, so I get the filmmaker stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, crazy, horrible.
um, I'm just curious. Well, focusing on the acting now. I mean, I'm just curious for you because you have such an incredible body of work, and what the cool thing about it is, it's not only are they different worlds genre wise, but they're different characters, and I think that's just a credit to your incredible ability to be an actor, Matthias. Honestly, so I'm just curious, like, how separate are they once you wrap them? In terms of kind of bringing things from past projects to something like this film? Like, do you bring things from Army of Thieves or Family Switch to something like this? Or like, are they completely like separate as soon as you wrap?
I think, I always have this love for when on every movie, when there's like a rhythm that could feel like very funny, and you have this kind of spark where, whoa, oh my God, it could be like a good moment. I really have to stop myself and really understand, okay, this is drama work now. Okay, be serious. But of course, when I come back home, I always try to really leave the character at the door, close the door, do my private stuff, and in the morning I step back into this world.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether you've been in a set once or thousands of times, there's always going to be learning experiences that you're going to be able to take because like the depending on like the scale of the project or the length of kind of the work and everything. What were some learning experiences from you from an acting storyteller perspective on Girl, You Know It's True specifically?
If you wear a wig, it takes a lot of time every morning.
Yeah.
Um, um, just grow your hair. No,
You
to be
rocked that
honest,
wig though. It looked great.
or the wig was wearing me. I don't know, but it's no. I really forgot how long it takes really to even wear different hair that is not yours, and very early wake up calls. But yeah, that's what I learned again.
What is your mindset like, whether you play the subject that it's based on or like a real person, or because like a lot of biopics have like certain things, like there's some biopics I've watched that you find out they've made like a character that wasn't a real person but it was like based on a character that existed, right? But like, what is your overall like mindset like in terms of like signing up for a biopic? Do you like think about the research component of it? Do you just kind of wait for those kind of Zoom calls about like the authenticity or like who's playing who? Like, I'm just curious about that because I find that really interesting, right? Like biopics.
It is super interesting. And sometimes, when you really have to make sure you have to talk to yourself all the time. It is a biopic. Don't forget it before you sign on it. But with this one, I love the story. And I really, because I thought, okay, this is a really interesting story, and it is from Germany, and it's not a fairy tale. It is a true story that really happened, and it's one of the biggest scandals in the world.
Yep.
So there was no question. But of course, sometimes I really thought, okay, do I really want to talk to Frank Farian in person, or do I just want to make my mind up about like stuff that is maybe not real? So, but of course, biopic is a lot of work, especially when you play people who are still alive.
Yeah, 100%. You mentioned you're a filmmaker, and a lot of people that can follow you on social media see a lot about your production company and everything. I bet you were a kid in a candy store working on Oppenheimer. I mean, the scale of that movie was probably crazy, right? Your filmmaker brain must have been all over the place, right? Or was it more like just focusing on the acting?
I was, of course. I mean, when they said yes and I was part of this film, I was super nervous. I had and I was super happy because I did a movie called Heart of Stone with Gal Gadot. And the director, Tom Harper, he did Peaky Blinders, which really helped me on the first day to go to Killian and tell him, hey, I have to say hi from Tom Harper. And he says, oh my God, I love Tom Harper. He's amazing. So that really helped me. But of course, Oppenheimer was a dream coming true. That was, I love Christopher Nolan. I love Heute von Heutema, his DP, Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey, Emily Blunt. It was crazy.
I know it was pretty crazy. And I think I counted like 48. I think I actually did a count of how many actors like I recognized and I knew in that movie. And I think I got to 48. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, and when we did the whole award season, that was funny because even if all these actors only had 1 or 2 days, so many actors and so many huge actors. So it was really funny when they all met, and it was just like, hey, just how much time did you spend on the film? 1 day. And so it was really interesting because we've been all part of this movie, of this fantastic masterpiece. Yeah. Christopher Nolan is amazing.
100%. Getting back to Girl, You Know It's True, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on this. I mean, Girl, You Know It's True. They were not the singers. You know what I mean? Anyone like who knows some things about Milli Vanilli knows that, right? That there was lip syncing involved and everything. But how excited were you to be part of a project where like, yes, people know about Milli Vanilli. They were stripped of their Grammy was revoked and everything. But like, there's a lot in this that like I did not know about. You know what I mean? So what was that like for you as an actor, being able to be part of something where more people can discover more things about like the story specifically? Like, I'm just curious about that.
I was super, super happy to be part of it because it was important to tell the story and to really tell the story and give all these people, especially the two dancers, singers, Robert and Fabrice, the spotlight and try our best to make a good film and to honor their careers and their life and to tell the story because it's a really interesting story. So I was super, 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 super happy.
Do you think there's a lot of people that realize that Milli Vanilli were German? Because I saw that online. Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize that they were a German group.
I was on a TV show in New York, and the host was such an amazing fan of Milli Vanilli. When I told him, "Hey, I will do this film," and he knew every song of the album, and that was interesting for me because I knew, okay, wow, in America, this was a huge, 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 huge thing. That it's still the biggest, right? It's still the biggest scandal, pop music scandal in America.
Absolutely. And it's just the name too, like Girl, You Know It's True. Like, Girl, You Know It's True. It's a scandal.
Yeah.
I mean, Matthias, it was an honor and privilege to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time. Seriously.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank
Yeah,
you.
too. August 9th, the film's going to be available in theaters. They can check it out. Your Instagram account is just your name, right?
It's just my name, Matthias Schweighöfer.
Awesome. Well, this has been Pop Turn, youtube.com/PopTurn for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Matthias and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.